Good evening, one and all. Welcome to your Wednesday night fix of MRC. Welcome. Tonight we are in this soggy, very soggy land of the Netherlands. A land famous for flowers, Iron Robin, Vincent van Gogh, the use of marijuana, and Anne Frank. And frankly, no racing drivers of any significance, of course. There's no famous Dutch racing drivers. We're going to leave that there. Speaking of drivers, we're here for some Tier 3 action tonight. As always, Tier 3 tends to be exciting, chaotic, and busy. So let's see what we're going to have in store. I did ask Crash Verstappen and Guido van der Sloot if they were available and wanted to do some commentary tonight, and neither fancied it. So I'm joined instead by a fantastic man who actually got P2 in the Tier 2 race on Monday. It's Rob, aka Gene Genie. Hello, Rob.
Hi there, how you doing?
I'm fantastic-dozy. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Thank you. Very excited to be here. This is my first Tier 3 race I've done in a while, so yeah, I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. I've heard that it can be crazy affairs.
There is some huge hype, and it is not just hype, it's real. And to start off straight away, I am already getting giddy because Purple Sector is the first man on track. This is not a drill for anyone who does not know. Purple Sector has a name, which is frankly, if you get a Purple Sector, you are the fastest. And I've said every week, this is the 7th race in Tier 3. I've missed one from commentary because I had some family arrangements to deal with. But in the other races, I've said every week, if he gets a Purple Sector, we're doing a shot for each time he gets one. He's the first car on track. This means, by default, as long as he doesn't invalidate, it's a Purple Sector, at least one, if not three. So we've got to stay on board with him. Do you want to... Well, would you on board? If you want to talk us through our lap as Danvort, you had a pretty good run here on Monday. And we're going to watch the Purple Sectors come in for Purple Sector. It's going to happen, everyone.
Sure, let's go for it. All right, show us how it's done, Purple Sector. Okay, you're going down into turn number 1, into Tarzan. Brake at the 50-yard board and really throw the car in there. Make sure you don't escape on the left. Excellent job. Right, really tricky section. Left, right. You want to make sure you keep it easy on the right-hand side. And this steep bank corner, always tricky to know when to put the traction down, particularly in these damp conditions. Right, and it's full throttle. These are corners, but they're not really corners. You're just going to make sure that you keep your foot down to the ground. And here's the one, the right-hander, down to about
Purple
5th gear. Carry on into the next right-hander here. Take it really gently around there, but just got to keep it on track. That's all he's got to do to get these next Purple Sector, so we can get 3 shots in and be a couple of sheets to the wind before the stream has even started. Right, left-hander, again, you're really throwing it in here, trying to get the traction. DRS zone won't be activated here for the wet weather conditions, but you're into the chicane.
It's another one!
Left, right. Can he make it? 3 out of 3. He's only got to make this last corner. This corner is tricky, even trickier in the way. It's so easy to lose the back end through here if you put the accelerator down a little bit too quick. So here it is for this final bank corner. And then on to the straight. I think we're going to have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. He's done it! It's a purple lap! It's 3 Purple Sectors for Purple Sector! Dak Convertible, your lap is irrelevant, as are you, and I'm sorry, but Purple Sector, you are my goat. Oh,
that's wonderful. Oh,
I feel so warm inside. Well,
yeah,
that's it, everyone. We can call the stream off. The race is off. That nothing else matters now. Purple Sector has just set 3 Purple Sectors. I don't care that Gavin, Confetti Craig, Kellogg's, aka Shrek, and Dak Convertible have set times. They are irrelevant. And you, Casey Souza, you don't matter either. Sorry, but that's it. It's finally happened, everyone. I can let it be. I'll be doing 3 shots later at least.
I'll be doing shots within spirit.
I feel warm inside. Shots in spirit, is that a pun? Shots of spirit.
It wasn't meant to be, but no, I'll take it. That's fine.
That's all right. Just having a little watch of Connor. Ferrari have launched a new livery this week. It's not on the game yet, but there's talk it might well be. But they've launched a special livery for Monza. The yellow colouring on the car has been revealed. What, have you seen it at all?
I have seen it. I've seen the jokes going around that Carlos Sainz has found himself back at Renault after all these years. It's really weird. The Ferrari red is such an iconic colour, and I know yellow is probably like their second most. If you talk about what colours you buy a Ferrari, and it's red first and it's yellow second. So yeah, really interested to see it, but weird that they've chosen Monza to do it, because I reckon the stadium will be flooded with red, won't it? So to see the yellow
Of course.
cars out there, going to be a little bit strange.
I feel like it's a bit of a McDonald's kind of livery, to be honest with you. But, well, their week's already started badly with the breakdown of their trucks. Hopefully it doesn't go any worse from there. Anyway, Connor is in the final sector. He set a purple middle sector. It's a bit wet out there, and I tell you what, this track in the wet is an absolutely... Ooh, Connor nearly hitting the wall there. It's an absolutely dangerous place to be. Horribly dangerous. Connor goes fastest, 20.9. Wowza.
That's really good. I think the track is either drying out. We've just seen the sectors come down and down with every lap that people are doing, so I don't know if it's starting to, get your tyres in. I'd get the inters on, get fuel up, maybe 3 or 4 laps, and just see how long you can go rather than just one stint, because I think the more you do, the more those times are going to crash down. But I totally agree with you. Those Zandvoort in the wet is one of the trickier ones to negotiate. Those bank corners make any putting of traction down an absolute nightmare. So yeah, congratulations to all the drivers that can keep out the wall tonight.
I did notice you had some wet weather in Tier 2 on Monday, and I can only assume you either saw that and thought, oh dear God, or I'm not going out in that. Which of those two thoughts were the ones on your mind?
It was the second, because our qualifying started off dry and then got wet, so it was put in one lap and then sit in the pits and watch everybody else who wasn't quick enough to get a lap out first squabble it out at the end. So yeah, one of the calmer qualifyings I have for me, but yeah.
This is giving me flashbacks. Season 7, I got my first Tier 1 win at Zandvoort in a rainy race even. So I'm getting good memories right now. Simba pops it to P3. I tell you what, look at the gap from first to fourth. Not even 2/10 first to fourth. And Hugo Braun, wow! Hugo Braun, 20.4. What a lap from the Haas man.
That's an incredible lap. I mean, it's a short lap around here, so you are going to see people be a little bit closer than they would around somewhere like Spa, where we've just come from. So yeah. I think that's why you're going to see them all close up. And also there's a bit of a question of, we don't know what the conditions are for the race yet. We might see some people running dry setups in mind for the race and having to go out there under part firme conditions and just see if they can survive.
Well, we don't know what the weather is like for the race. Hopefully there's more rain, make it exciting. If anyone in the stream, is watching the stream who's in the race, fancies letting us know, that'd be great. We'd love to know what chaos is to come. From Borbajensky, the other Haas driver. Ooh, Craig Freakle, that is Purple Sector's real name. He has got a name. Says he's glad to be of service. You know what, Craig? I will have a beer and a shot. In fact, I have beer and 3 shots for you tonight, my friends. You are a hero. Hodgie's in the chat saying it's wet, wet, wet. Are you wet, wet, wet for me, Hodge, or was that the track? Just to confirm, which of those are you referring to there? Jensky doesn't mind the wet, wet, wet. He's gone purple in the middle sector. Where can he put this one?
Quite a good lap so far. I reckon that he's looking at, if he improves on his time, you just want to get under 22 seconds, don't you? Then you're in the mix.
Yeah.
And you really can battle it out in the midfield.
Martin's correcting me. There is weather above. Oh, shoot to drive in 10 minutes. Wet start of the race, then it goes dry. Thank you, Martin. Weatherman Martin. Jensky goes 5th with 21.0. So another person tight in the top there. It's really looking good. Dak Convertible's up on his current time. Currently he's P3 with a 20.9. He's marginally up. Can he keep it clean at the end?
See, it's all about risk reward this last corner. You don't want to.
It is. Oh, so close to the wall there.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't quite manage it in a bit of a slower final sector. Dak Convertible, I like to refer to him as Rotherham's second best racing driver after Dan Booth, aka Boothie, in P11 in the McLaren. Let's jump on board, but no, we can't. He's in the garage. Damn it, Boothie. Who else is on track? Purple Sector's on track. Sorry, Purple, but we've already seen you. Although, look on board with him now. It's drying out very quickly. Martin was right.
Yeah, you can start to see the line there, and this is where, well, hopefully you got your eye in at the start, and now, as the track starts to rubber in and starts to dry out, you can start to get a bit more confidence. We are seeing a few drivers there, Bergen, Sambal, moving on to the softs, so I'll be really interested to see what that first time on the softs is, and, more importantly, can you keep it on the track? Because I've gone too early onto the softs, and it can be a bad idea. Let's just say that.
Yes, you're spot on. Speaking of Bergen, he is Tier 1 driver racing tonight. He's not allowed to qualify. Martin's a Tier 2 driver, not allowed to qualify. They're both tier above, so they will start at the back and have penalties on their finishing positions. Quick note on Martin, this is his final race before he departs back to his working duties around Europe, notably Andorra, so good luck to Martin tonight. He some exploits in Tier 2 on Monday, and tonight is his final race in the league for the foreseeable future, so hopefully he has a good one.
Yeah, I really hope he enjoys it, and I hope you enjoy the trip. Andorra, well, I haven't been there myself, but I've seen the pictures he posts on Instagram, and it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I hope that, the weather stays nice, you can keep your mud flaps dry, or whatever the saying is in the cycling world.
Is that
and you can We'll see. I don't know. I'm just saying these things. It's up to you how you interpret it. But really hoping he has a lovely time and that he's got a good final race in him so he can go out of the MRC with a smile on his face.
Indeed. Whilst we were talking about flaps and flapping away, Simba and Dak Convertible both pop mid-19 laps in there, and as you said, stay on a set of inters, put a bit of fuel in and go long, see what you can do. They've both done that, and they've both got the reward of doing so. So they're listening to Genius Genie.
Well, that's, I'm glad to be of assistance. My head's going to be very large by the end of the stream, I think, if you keep talking like that. But,
well, I once referred to you as Genius Genie after my first ever race in MRC, which, for those who aren't aware, Genie was my first ever teammate. I was a reserve in an Alpine at Baku, Season 5. It was happening in Season 5. Rob was the main man at Alpine. He was the team leader and took me under his wing. And we achieved a double points finish that day. Yeah. I believe you were 7th or 8th and I was 10th, I think.
Yes, that was, that was my Bottas moment. That was me against Jay Sarge, and it was like, the title comes down here. If I win, I'm back in the points, and instead he won and I came 7th, and the title was all over, and I was like, well, closest I've ever been. But yeah, that's nice. Oh, another
Simba.
From Simba.
Now, as I was just saying, the main man from Rotherham, not Dak Convertible, who's the second man. Boothie, the main Rotherham man, is in the house and he's putting the pace down. Good lap.
I think whoever wins tonight, they win the freedom of the city of Rotherham. Is that right?
I'll allow Dak Convertible to fight for his honour here, but the real winner is my grandma, who is actually, my gran is from Rotherham. She's a very fanatically proud member of Rotherham alumni, and truthfully, she is the real winner here. Kaiser Soze P2, the 19.4, that's a cracking lap from him on a fresh set of inters. Simba's not on the better lap. Baby Hornet, let's have a look at the man and the Alfa Romeo he's got. And I'm proud to say he's finally listened to me, another trend I've had every week. Baby Hornet has a Schumacher obsession. Michael Schumacher to be specific, and that results in him having a red helmet. Now, crucially, this is not allowed. He's a Leeds United fan, as am I, and we Leeds fans don't really like the colour red so much, especially like a blood royally red. And that was his helmet colour, as per the Schumacher Ferrari era. And every week I've picked him for this. And finally he's listened to me, and look at his yellow, white and blue beautiful helmet. I'm so proud of you, Baby Hornet. aka Simon. People listen to me in this world. Baby Hornet listened to me with the helmet. Purple Sector did a thing, and now I've got to get drunk for it. We're all happy here.
Consequences. That's what we're learning.
Boothie listened to me, and I said that he was the best man from Rotherham in this league, and look at him putting it first. We're back on board with him now as he heads through the twisty section at the end of the first sector. So, all I need now is to say Kellogg's, aka Shrek, as we found out in the Discord server earlier. Kellogg's, get yourself a podium today, mate. And if that happens, then I'm profit.
Well, it is all to play for here. I think that the Netherlands is a circuit that can really shake up the order. The fastest people don't always get the win. You can really hold somebody up and make overtaking really, really difficult. So yeah, take your chance. Get a bit of luck with a safety car. And, put it
100%.
Put it in place.
Exactly. Ooh, Night Shadow, aka Banshee, Gav, the crazy Scotsman. Just done an 18.9, the first man under the 19.0 mark. And I did recall last time you commentated on Gav, you did a Scottish accent apparently. I've done my research. And I've found out in the archives that this is something you did, and it rather offended Gav. I feel that the viewers need to hear this.
I can bring it out again if you wish. Is he on a lap at the moment, or is he on a? Oh, he's gone down.
He's on a slowdown lap.
Okay.
No one's tried the soft tyres yet, by the way. I have just realised I've got the tyres on their what they would have been their best laps. So I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Kellogg's, aka Shrek, is on a soft tyre. We've got to jump on board with him, as is Jordan Byrne, who I believe is a good friend of Bergen's. Oh, speaking of which, the Williams are fighting to turn one. Kellogg's. Not Kellogg's, he's in the Williams. Red Bull even. Who's Sambal, who's actually at his home race, was fighting with Jordan Byrne's turn one. It looks like there is no grip on that soft. It might be too early. Kellogg's is in the wall. Oh no.
I mean, he had to take the risk. He's down in 16th.
We just caught on the stream. That was turn 2 and 3. Yes. Easy to lose it there. I lost it on Sunday, so no shame in that, Luke. Easily done. Purple sector's on the softs. Bergen's retired from the session, but he's in the pits. So no big deal.
You got
Confetti Craig. Now, Craig, I'm going to call you Craigo from now on. Confetti Craig humbled me in Abu Dhabi once upon a time, but his teammate Connor and the other Ferrari's just gone fastest. Connor, right, I've got a bone to pick with Connor H9988, no, 998. This man, I say man loosely, embarrassed me on Sunday. Every time he came on board with me, I spun. Every time! I genuinely mean every single time in practice and qualifying. In the race, I didn't spin once, thankfully, and that's when it matters. But still, an 18.3 from the curse himself. It's a cracking lap. But I'm waiting to see Connor do a donut or just put it into the wall or just go the wrong way. Just something out of the ordinary. I'm waiting to catch it.
I think it's only fair that you stay on him for as long as possible.
I feel like the viewers need this to happen. I've predicted many a thing in this league. Confetti Craig! I'm going back to him. He's just gone second. I've got a Ferrari front row. Confetti Craig is in for Avanash today as a reserve, and he's rather chuffingly quick. Simba's just gone second. The man in the AlphaTauri, he smells the opportunity to fight Connor for promotion to Tier 2. They're fighting for it. Oh, for crying out loud, can you guys calm down for a minute? Night Shadow's now gone fastest. He's gone fantastically quicker than 18.1. This track's ramping up. So it goes AlphaTauri, Ferrari. Can you Italian-based teams calm down? And that does mean Baby Hornet and RS10, who are on outlaps in Alfa Romeos. That means you guys now have to set fast laps. Who else is on a lap?
What a fantastic lap there from Night Shadow. I think Nicola Sturgeon will be very, very impressed with how he's done tonight. And, you know, everybody else, Shrek, Macbeth, Hamish, whatever other Scotsman you can think of. Andy Robertson, you've made them proud tonight, son. Go have a dram of whiskey on me. Right, Driver of the Day vote is cancelled. It's you've Commentator of the Year awards replaces it, and it is Rob. Accent of the day.
Wow!
Yeah.
Hey, but that we bet good that were, and I have to say now that Gav, aka Banshee, you, my friend, have been humbled by Genie. Well, I'm going to stop because that's embarrassing. Simba improved by 6,000, so that's his qualifying over. Dak Convertible's a quarter, just over a 10th down, but he's just at a purple middle sector. What can you find in the final sector in the Mercedes?
The times are tumbling now, aren't they? It's really exciting.
This is where anyone could end up anywhere. Boothie P2, the man of Rotherham's only 100th off a pole. As I've said many a time, he's the real OP man from Rotherham, but can Dak Convertible steal it from him? He doesn't, he stays 7th. So, he's dropped to 8th as Baby Hornet's got 5th. Hugo Braun's currently P6. And that is qualifying done. Well, I have to say, that was a chaotic qualifying session. And if the race is anything like that, we could be in for quite a ride, to put it mildly.
Yeah, well, I think what it's done is it's shaken up the grid a little bit, hasn't it? You've got Simba and Connor up the top who lead the championship, but you've got other people like Boothie and Night Shadow making their claim to the title. As we've said from Martin, it'll start on wet, so getting that start right will be all important. Then we'll see who else can come up through the field.
Another crucial thing will be calling the strategy on when to swap to drives, but We'll see what the weather lays with when we get to the session. So just a quick rundown of the quali positions. Gavin, the Banshee, has taken pole by 100th from Lord of the Booth. Connor, Mr. Chuff himself, is in P3 with the Lion King alongside him, his title rival. Baby Hornet and Hugo Braun take up row 3 with Confetti Craig, Dak Invertible, Rob Smith and Kaiser Soze rounding up the top 10. Home hero Jensky, Back Mazo, Smith, Sambal, who's also at his home race, Purple Sector, Kellogg's, RS10, I believe also another Dutchie, Jordan Byrne, Bergen and Single Track round up the grid. Bergen Single Track, as we mentioned earlier, not allowed to set times due to being above tier 3 on a regular basis. So, Roberto, lay down your prediction right now and I will hold you to it. Who is going to be the winner of this race?
Okay, I'm going to say the Lion King on form alone. He's been in another league this season. He'll probably be in another league next season. Let's go ahead and prove it to us tonight. Go and take P1 and prove me right. I think it's going to be a big scrap. I think there's, we might see some Bottas bowling at the start, particularly if it's a little bit damp on track.
Yes, it's no formation lap 2, so anything could happen here. It does look dry though. From what I can see, it looks dry. Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to go with Boothie. I think Boothie in the McLaren. There's something about that McLaren that makes you think he's going to do something. Although Dak Inverter on YouTube chat has just said that Boothie's running traction and is a nerd. Well, that's irrelevant because we've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and long pause, go! Okie dokie. So we've got flying start from Gav. Boothie's on the inside. Connor's ran away from Simba. Oh, we've got a send from Simon. We've got 3 4 cars abreast of on turn 1. No one has spun or crashed. This is a miracle. We've got so many cars side by side. Yeah, I've just jinxed it. Something's going to happen now. Smith up in 10th place, Jensky 11th. Oh no! The Hasses have just had a collision! No! Oh, I cursed it. Hugo, Braun and Jensky, that's all my fault. I'm sorry, but Single Track, what are you doing out there? This isn't a rally event. Oh no, Martin, no! He's just been collected by, I think it was one of the Williams. Oh no. And Purple Sector, what happened to you, Craig? What happened? He's right to the back. No, Craigo. Actually, we've got 2 Craigs. We've got Craig and Craigo. So Craig will be Purple Sector, Craigo, Confetti Craig, not to be mixed up. Right, back to the front. Connor has jumped Lord of the Booth. This is vital. My prediction's gone wrong already. I made 2 predictions. One is Kellogg's getting a podium, which he's in 17th. He's just been passed by Sambal, his teammate, and the other was Boothie to win. They've both gone backwards. Come on, boys.
You're doing better than me because my prediction's in 5th place, but it was a really good start by Night Shadow. He's opened up a second gap on Connor. That'll be
lying.
Yeah, vital around here. You really want to get out of that DRS train because it's so easy to get caught up in it. Yeah, you can just make the time if you don't have to worry about defending from behind on here. So
correct.
Great step.
Baby Hornet's made a position, as has Connor on the start. As we just touched on, Simba and Boothie have both lost the position, so that's our predictions. Have both gone a little bit south. Dak Invertible, he's got all over the back of him, or to quote Connor, all up his chuff. Kaiser Soze, who's been rather hot and cold this season. When he's quick, he's all over anyone. But we've got 4 course yellows. Is that a VSC? There's no safety car, so it looks a bit like a VSC. Kaiser Soze and Dak Invertible both gained a few positions over the start. Confetti Craig's lost one. Smith, RS10 and Bergen making huge gains, each of them. Incredible that from them. Rob Smith and Pat Mazer have dropped down. Jordan Byrne and Kellogg's have gained a couple of positions. Hugo Braun, Sambal, Jensky and Purple Sector the big losers, and of course Single Track, who we saw facing the wrong way. Speaking of Night Shadows, I almost said the wrong name. That's not something you want to do on an evening. It'll get you in some trouble. Night Shadow, as you said, did get a cracking start. He got over a second to Connor.
Yeah, it's excellent. I'm having a look at the tyres that those top 3 are on now. They're all on the mediums. You've got Baby Hornet and Simba on the hards behind. So there's a good mix of strategy here. As long as the safety car stays out of it, Baby Hornet and Simba will want to get in that DRS train, make sure that they can keep up with those medium runners, and then hopefully make up the time difference once they're on the mediums at the end of the race, because it is a pretty standard one-stop around here as well.
Indeed. Jensky picks up 5 seconds for speeding the pit lane. Easily done. It's a very awkward pit lane entrance, this one, and a very slow pit itself. Awkward. So interesting though, Smith soft tyres. We're back underway at full speed, but Smith's on a soft tyre. He's clearly planning a two-stop because we saw from some drivers such as Jay Sarge on Monday, the softs and the mediums just do not last around here. They don't go anywhere near long enough, and the hard tyre is not going to do 30 laps.
Yes, yeah, hard tyres around about 20 laps maybe max. It just had an excellent virtual safety recar start from Boothie there in P3, who actually caught... Sorry, Baby Hornet on Boothie.
Yeah, he's up the inside. What a move!
That's a lovely move. Boothie was just sleeping. I don't know. It's really hard to keep those virtual safety car times down.
It is.
He's back now, isn't he? DRS is available as well, isn't it?
It is indeed, and Simba's ready. The Lion King is ready to pounce. That convertible could make this interesting. This could be a Rotherham free-for-all in a moment. Oh, here we go. Simba is alongside Boothie. That convertible and Keita Sozi are there as well. Oh, it's all going on in the middle of the top 10. And Simba is through, but Boothie's coming back into turn 3. And he's back at the inside. This fight will not end. And the best thing about these bank corners is you can pick a line, throw it in, and just keep fighting. Purple sector set, purple lap! Hold on a minute. Well, I'm going to... That's 4 shots I'm now on. That's at least 4 shots. You know, I'll call it 5. Because he's probably got a couple of purple sectors in there. Oh, we've got another yellow flag. Full safety car. Right, I'm going to quote you from Thursday last week. Let's bring out the trivia. Right, I was rather rude about the Dutch racing drivers at the start of this race. There are some significant Dutch racing drivers to mention. I'll mention them now. No real life drivers, of course. I'm mentioning our lovely racers within this league. So we've got Sambal, we've got Jensky, we've got Le Rappel, we've got G-Star Snipes, we've got Hoseman, we've got RS10, Melvin, Jam. I hope I'm not missing anyone, because if I am, I'm very sorry. It's your home race, and you deserve a mention. But we have got some real Dutch drivers who are okay, I guess. Guido van der Garde is an okay, respectable driver. Jos Verstappen, some guy called Max. I don't know if you've heard of him. Apparently he's okay.
Yeah, he's alright.
Yeah, to name a few. But the Netherlands itself is a country known for quite a lot of things, such as windmills and flowers. But did you know the Netherlands, the lands of the Netherlands, very flat? There are no mountains in the whole of the Netherlands, and there's very few hills of significance. Did you know? Most of the country is below sea level. So if global warming keeps going as it quite literally is, it will cease to exist.
Fingers crossed it doesn't, because I quite enjoy the Dutch Grand Prix. It was quite exciting this year, so
ignoring
turn those
my
thermostats down a little bit.
Yes. Do yourself a favour. Do your washing on 30 degrees, not 40. Save that 10%.
Yeah.
Turn your shower down slightly warm rather than absolutely kettle boiling. Yes, I'll ignore my Lewis Hamilton obsession for a moment and say that the Netherlands as a country is a very lovely place and full of lovely people, and Max Verstappen. And that it would be a shame if we were to lose it due to something as bad as ice caps melting. Dutch drivers, though, as we said jokingly, obviously the 2 Verstappens and Guido van der Garde in the recent years are the ones of note, but it's not a country famous for racing drivers per se, or for car manufacturers in general, the exception being the Spyker company, who were big in the late 2000s for a small period and then disappeared all over again.
What I will say, for a country that doesn't usually produce racing car drivers, the amount of support you get for the years, like obviously Max has transformed F1 in that country to an extent where they can sell out that event easy peasy for the last 2 years, and it is a sea of orange. And yes. I think it only goes, you can see how many racers we've got in this league to see how mad they are about F1 nowadays. So yeah, absolutely incredible what they've been able to do in the sport. We're quite blessed in this country, in Britain, for having a racing driver pop up every few years and even try and win a championship or 7. But if there's anybody who can match that accomplishment at the moment, Max is looking. He's got a pretty fast car now, and he's not a bad driver himself. So
he's doing a good job with it. I'll give him that.
I think they'll have a few more years of liking F1 if you're a Dutch fan.
Yes, and in all fairness, as you say there, they very much are very passionate people. The Dutch, in football, you see their fans, they've just like here, their orange army of, or orange wall of people in the stands that just turn up, make noise and make their presence known. It's fantastic. They're not abusive or nasty, they're just thoroughly passionate and supportive people. So, you know, they're the kind of fans that you want to see. They travel all around the world supporting one man in an Austrian car with Japanese engine and Italian tyres.
Precisely. I hate to burst our bubble on our exciting trivia chat, but the safety car is in this lap, something that didn't happen in Tier 2, so I'm very excited to see what actually happens this time.
Indeed. Now, Gav is at the start. As we said on Thursday when we did our tips and hints video, the lead car, de facto safety car, can go as slow or as fast as they wish. Gav, he does take that very extreme, but he is allowed to do so, and he is literally letting the safety car, which is at the pit entrance now, is letting it start off. And the question is, as we look at his rear wing, when will he eventually go? We've seen Gav take it all the way to the line before, we've seen him go early. When will he go here? Will he do a Lewis Hamilton and go too early, give Connor a huge slipstream? He's still tiptoeing. The whole field is almost on top of each other at this point. I can only imagine everyone's tyres are freezing. Where did he go? When is he going to go? I think he's going to go to the line. Genuinely think he's going to the line. He's looking above. Oh, no, he's going finally. Just look above. You can see just how slow he's going on banking. And he's caught Connor napping. He's looked back. Connor's now got Baby Hornet lining him up for moving to turn 1. Connor's not got a lot more straight speed, but he's got enough to hang on. Meanwhile, behind him, Boothie getting attacked by Simba and Da Convertible. Da Convertible and Simba are side by side through turn 2. Simba hangs on. Oh no! Boothie! Boothie, what are you doing? That was my prediction out the window. But Kellogg's is in P11. Ah, every cloud is a silver lining. My prediction that Kellogg's will get a podium is back on track. So Simba's up to P4, Dak on P5. Now the leader of the Rotherham duo. Kaiser Soze up to P6, P7 for Confetti Craig, aka Craigo. Bergen, the imposter, is in P8, but please note he will have an 8th place penalty on his finishing position because he's a silly man of nonsense. No, he's a tier 1 driver and he doesn't get to steal or ruin anyone else's points championship opportunity. Smith P9, Rob Smith and the other McLaren P10, he knows how to not keep it, or not put it in a wall. Kellogg's, Shrek, Crunchy Nut, whatever you want to call him, he's P11, hoping that he can use the Red Bull to emulate emulate Max Verstappen on Sunday, and obviously who was on Monday? Oh, of course, Kid Dynamite, the goats, Kid Dynamite on Monday. So we've got someone in the pits, I believe, because Luke Kellogg's now up to 10th. How has that happened? Who have I missed?
There's been a lot of action that's going on. You've got Kaiser Soze, who's got past Da Convertible into turn 1 as well. Ooh. There was a little bit of action at the back. Jenski got
single track, just got Rounds. Hugo Braun at turn 1. Sorry to interrupt you, but that was sensational. I need to say something else. Rob Smith has left the session.
Oh no, that's just technical.
Yeah, his car's still going, but it looks like Kellogg's is about to get another place. That podium for Kellogg's is on the cards.
He's on a charge, isn't he?
He is. That's if Bergen doesn't have anything to do with it. He's in P7 and frankly he's just there to cause trouble. Flicking back to the front, so you did mention Kaiser Soze made a move, or attempted a move at least on Simba, and those two are fighting hard with Baby Hornet. Who are you having a little observation of at the moment, Rob?
Yeah, I'm just on Kaiser Soze and Da Convertible, this little train that's been going. Who's that?
That's gone! The race leader has gone round! Oh, and so's Connor!
So they're coming together. Oh my word.
Did Connor catch up? Did they collide? Did one go and the other one collide, spin in sympathy? So that means that now Baby Hornet is leading the race on the hard tyre, Simba on the hard second. Confetti Craigo, I said earlier, he was a man to watch out for. He's just at the fastest lap of the race. It's down 16th. Holy moly.
It's all going on, isn't it? This is really, I mean, this is excellent for the hard runners out front. They've got the medium runners out of the way. They can set the pace. They can hold the field up. The only thing they won't want is they won't want a safety car around about lap 16. Because if they do, it's going to hand the medium runners a very easy free pit stop. Well, they'll be stuck, and you can't take the mediums 20 laps on here. It's just asking a bit too much. So, yeah, they'll be all the fingers and toes crossed that everybody keeps it clean for the next few laps.
Indeed. Gav's recovered it to P7 after that spin, to put it mildly. We're not sure exactly what happened, but Connor has pitted and comes back out at P19. Boothie is also pitted for a set of softs, interestingly. I think that's a bold call. He's P20. Kellogg's then is chasing down after Gav's tyres. We don't know how badly they were affected or if he's got any other damage, but he has continued. Kellogg's is chasing after him. Single track, so bear in mind he started at the back. Single track's at P9 on, as he mentioned, his farewell hurrah. Completely Craig, back-to-back fastest laps. I told you, he's got to pace him. He's dangerous.
Yeah, he's on charge, isn't he?
Hugo Braun P10. He is only reserve at the moment, but we're hoping he'll be in a permanent seat soon. Mark Hodgson, El Hodgio, says big recovery from Gavlar. Well, it will need to be a big recovery. Purple Sector, the man, the myth, the legend, flying up in P11. Can he secure some points today for Alpine? Boothie the fastest lap on the softs. He's flying, he wants to catch up with the pack. He'll be gambling on a safety car if he's on softs. RS10. Was it Rotterdam? Well, I hope it's Rotterdam because that makes it appropriate for the Netherlands Grand Prix. Sambao, another Dutchie on his home race, has currently got Confetti Craig all over the back of him. DRS wide open. All of the flap is engaged on both cars. Oh, Craig is pushing every opportunity to try and find some space and traction behind Sambao. But Sambao was looking at the back of Jordan Burns and Williams. Let's jump on board with Williams and look back at the two chases. Oh, Craig to the wall! Oh, Craig might have done a certain thing that might not be allowed. I'm not going to say it, but just going to make a note of that. Moving on swiftly. Baby Hornet's still leading, and we've got a virtual safety car. I believe that was for Craig hitting the wall. So drivers will slow down to a third of the race pace until the chaos is clear. Actually, we've got a full safety car, I think. We have got a full safety car. I've just seen Rob Smith stuck behind it. Right. So, you know what that means?
Trivia time?
Well, we can have a little bit.
Go on then. Keep me entertained.
Oh, Rob Smith has just stopped on track with Jenski behind the safety car. I'm not sure what's happened there, but Rob Smith isn't overtaking. Oh, he's ghosted.
He's
think
ghosted,
Rob Smith is AFK or AFC. Right. Are you into your house, drum and bass, EDM or techno music at all?
I wouldn't say it's my favourite genre of music, but go ahead. I can indulge.
Well, Netherlands is... Hold on a minute, we've got some drivers pitting. We must quickly mention Kaiser Soze squeezing the pit lane on the way in. He's followed in by Dak Convertible, the lead Rotherham driver. And Night Shadow. That's the wrong accent. Hold on. Hey, it's Night Shadow. He's been held up in that pit lane by Dak Convertible, so he'll put some tyres on there. I have noticed though that Gav's got a blue helmet on him, and he's a Celtic fan, not a Rangers fan, so that's the wrong colour. Sort it, Gav. No more of that. Kellogg's has also pitted, and Purple Sector. Hold on. Safety car in this lap. Race control. Hold on a minute. That doesn't make sense. Baby Hornet's not even with the safety car, let alone the rest of the field. What's going on?
Michael Massey has temporarily gone insane. I'm not quite sure what's going on, so apologies, everyone.
Hold on a minute. There's no yellow flags. Does this mean that they can go like the clappers? Because there's no yellow flag. The safety car's on track. I'm on board with Boothie. The safety car is on track. We're going to see it from Boothie's point of view. It is coming in. The safety car has come in. Right, this is the first. We've just seen the safety car come in, but there's no one behind it. It's just aborted itself.
Well,
okay, that is the weirdest thing I've seen. That was more weird than the safety car not coming in on Monday. Now it's coming prematurely.
I've seen some safety car shenanigans, but if you're one of those medium runners who pitted for the hard, that's what you would have done, right? That's the sensible move. Try and push it to the end, hope there's only one. If you've done that, suddenly you're Kaiser Soze, you've dropped from 3rd place all the way down to 10th, and you didn't take the free pit stop that you thought you were going to have. So, yeah, they've got it all to do now, and that's just really playing to the hands of Baby Hornet and Simba now, who will be laughing all the way to the Dutch bank.
Yes, and I have to say, on Monday I took a hard tyre 24 laps, I think it was. Yeah, 24 laps, and it was fine. Admittedly, there was one safety car in that period, so there was 21 laps of actual racing on it, 21, 22, and I still had life in it, so yeah. Well, not much life, but there was a couple of laps, so they can make it to the end from here. That's not a problem.
So where have we got the battles on track now? Well, let's see. Should we go with Kaiser Soze and see if he can make a charge up through the field? Because I think he'll be one to watch.
Well, he's on the back of Bat Mazo and Jordan Byrne, the Williams duo. Bat Mazo has a huge moment through the chicane, and that has left Kaiser Soze right on him. The Williams duo need to work together here. Now, I can tell you for free, the Williams duo needs to do what me and Bergen did in Season 7, which is work together to block the track, and then one of them run away. What they're actually doing is they're side-by-side fighting down the straight. And they're... Ooh, actually, I think Jordan Burns just let Bat Mazo go, in which case, very sensible. It looks like Bat Mazo's got a bit more pace at the moment. Kaiser Soze will want to see no Williams in front of him, not both of them, so he needs to get this move done. Ooh, very close to collision there, but hard racing.
Yeah.
We like to see it. I love these curves here. Oh, he's at the inside!
Blimey.
Oh, that was a bold, brave, but fantastic move from Soze, who's run out of ERS. Now, will he chase and dispatch Bat Mazo? Bat Mazo, the man from Finland.
That was an incredible move, because I was about to say, once you've missed your chance into turn 1, that's pretty much your overtaking opportunities over until you've got your next DRS zone. It was a clean move. The door was open. He could stick it in there. And he did so. So, yeah, fantastic.
We've got another safety car.
Or have
We've got another safety car. It's come out the pits, but will it group up everyone? Oh, hold on. What's happened there? Bat Mazo just stopped on track, and now both the Williams have stopped. Hold on a minute. We've got lots of drivers stopping. I think there might be an issue with deltas and letting people through. That might have been a problem.
Yeah.
I think that was the issue there. Oh, Smith's gone round the final corner. Smith's gone round. No, Harry. Oh, is he beached?
It's very easy to beach yourself there.
You are allowed to reset the track if you're beached, however, you've got to be careful. I think he's got it going in the old-fashioned way of speed and power. Drive-through penalty for Dak Convertible, who sped under the safety car. Not good. This really helps Boothie, Connor, Craig, Confetti Craig and Rob Smith, who've all dropped to the back, the Ferrari McLaren duos. Baby Hornet has been picked up by the safety car, and Simba's with him, so this looks to be a normal safety car procedure rather than the one we had before. So everyone who we mentioned pitted before, who lost out, you've no longer lost out. It's been rectified.
Yeah, fingers crossed, I think.
Kaiser's got 5 seconds to bring on a yellow flag. That's normally a game glitch. We'll just have a quick look at penalties. Drive-throughs for single track and Kaiser Soze. Single track and Dak Convertible. Kaiser Soze's got 10 seconds. And then we've got Jenski, Power Protector and Kellogg's all on 5. No one has a track limit violation as of yet. Good to see. I will tell you a violation though, Bergen and P3, that is just downright rude. I'm only kidding, he's my teammate in Tier 1, I love him dearly, I suppose. I'm the president of the Bergen fan club, and that's from back when he was a permanent Tier 3 driver. Actually, a Tier 3 reserve, I was remember that correct. I was the founder. RS10 up in P6, Bat Mazo P7, both having strong races. Good to see. Kaiser Soze P8, he has got that 10 seconds worth of penalty though, so that could come into play in 21 laps time. Jordan Byrne with the Williams P9, again he's one of our reserves. Regular reserves will find themselves in race seats on a permanent basis, so if you are a reserve and paying attention, feel free to check in as often as you can and race as often as you can, you will get a seat. That is the only way to get a race seat in MRC. We will reward you. Dak Convertible P10 Night Shadow on his recovery mission after he put it into an interesting place called a wall, unfortunately, is back to P11. Kellogg's P12, my podium hunt for Kellogg's currently not looking good, but we'll see what happens. Your call for Simba to win right now is quite a good call.
Well, he's kept it clean. He's been one of the few drivers that have been able to stay out of trouble, and it's really hard to stay out of trouble at the Netherlands. It's such a tight, twisty track. We've seen lots of people just lose it on back corners. It only takes one rogue rear wheel on a little bit of grass and you're around, particularly with these 2022 cars, which are I always feel like they're on a knife edge for me anyway. I've yet to feel entirely comfortable or secure in any of my races so far. So, yeah, it's that smarts, isn't it? It's your game management, it's your race management, being able to just know that if I back out of that corner and lose a tenth of a second, but I don't lose the rear end, that's going to be worth it in the long term. And I think that's what those two up front have really mastered today.
Good news for everyone. Just quickly mention Rob Smith has managed to get back into the lobby, which is fantastic. He obviously had connection issues and got kicked. He's back in the lobby. He has obviously lost a lot of positions, but he is back. That's incredibly important and good to see. Let's just do a quick tyre rundown whilst we're here. I'll come back to I did mention music earlier, so we'll do a quick tyre rundown, then we'll go back to what I was going to say about DJs. So everyone's on the hards, with the exception of Jensky on the softs, Confetti Craig and Luke Kellogg's, Kello, Shrek and Donkey, Crunchy Nut on the mediums. So, have you ever heard of Avicii? Rest in peace. Blessed be him.
I have, yes.
Yes, the once amazing DJ, who I'm a big fan of, is a man of the Netherlands, as are many other DJs such as Martin Garrix, you might have heard of. He's been quite big in the charts over the last decade. There's Martin Solveig and a few others. Oh, huge! This is, I think, a huge thing in the Netherlands of creating funky electronic music which is taken over the world. I think secretly that's their mission, is to take over the world with fanatic fans and incredible performances from sporting and artistical people. That's one way of taking over the world. Russia, I've said this before, I'll say it again, Russia, are you listening? Take over the world with sport, love and creatism, not destruction. Create, don't destruct. Anyway, I'll leave that there before getting in trouble. Viva Ukraine.
Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. I think we can all agree that the greatest sort of house dance track that the Netherlands has ever produced is Super Super Max Max Super Super Max Max. Right?
I don't recognise that.
No.
No. Error 404 does not compute. It's extremely catchy. I just
brings up bad memories.
I can't say it. I'm sorry, I can't bring myself to say it. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm guilty of, to come back to my original name when I had a nickname in this league of David Bailey, which is not my real name. Who's an 80-odd-year-old photographer from the summer in Britain, as Gav once called me. I'm an old man stuck in my ways. Back before I was known as the Blowhole, which I still don't understand where that came from, but again, Gav and his crazy mind, that wee Scottish nutter. Anyway, baby hornets, I'm about to start off with another restart. Let's go on board with the Alpha Romeo. Enough of that. Oh, he's gone early. Simba's been caught napping, and oh my word, baby hornet's not just gone. He's light years away. Buzz Lightyear is his new name. Baby Buzz Lightyear Hornet is blown away. Simba behind him. We've got Bergen side by side with single track. This is the battle of people who've won Tier 2. They are the previous two winners of Tier 2, fighting out in Tier 3. And they're still side by side. Huge respect from both of them. Oh, slight collision, but Martin's through. Bergen caught the curb and it sent him across. I don't think that was Bergen's fault. It was just caught by the curb, and it's easily done. He's now got Hugo Braun all over him too. But yes, the former Tier 2 champion of last year and the season before in those two, showing us how it's done cleanly in that first sector. Hugo Braun wants a slice of this cake too.
These three together, it's going to be box office because they're all super quick, they are all clean drivers. Yeah, I really want to stick with this battle.
Yeah, I'm sorry to Baby Hornet who's running away. I'm sorry to the McLarens at the back who are fighting their way through, and Boothie and Rob Smith notably. I'm sorry guys, but this is where we need to be. And the best bit is Jordan Burns getting in on the action too. And Gav! Connor's not far away either, nor is Confetti Craig. I mean, obviously we have had a restart so everyone is close, but that's not the point. We've got a yellow flag. It's a McLaren. Is it Boothie or Rob Smith? I can't look because there's too much going on up front. Back Mason having a look at the back of Hugo Braun's collision. The Williams has hit the back of the Haas, and there's another collision. Oh no, back Mason. And now Gav's at the inside of him. Going into turn 2, he's backed out of it. He knows it's a difficult place to rotate. That's probably the worst corner on the whole track to go for a move. Gav very sensibly backs out. Confetti Craigo is all over the Gav. The Banshee is prone. The Ferrari power is ready to pounce. This Ferrari driver does not look like a clown. Nor does Connor, but I just thought that sounded a little bit like I was attacking Connor there. I was attacking the real Ferrari team.
Yeah.
But speaking of Connor, I didn't catch his spin earlier, but let's watch it because he watched me lots on Sunday and it spun me. He spun me. I think we've just seen another reset to track, by the way. I hate to say it, but one of the harsh drivers, I'm not going to name them, but I'm sure they know who they are. Jordan Byrne all over the back of Mr. Braun. I'm going to stay with the Williams man. So, talk us through what you would do if you're in this position. Oh, Kellogg's has now got Kaiser Soze all over him. Talk us through what you do if you were Kaiser Soze, Kellogg's, Hugo Braun or Jordan Byrne right now.
Well, the most important thing, and I've seen some drivers do it, and Bergen nearly was able to do it on single track earlier, is if you get a chance down into turn 1, take the outside line, not the inside line, because if you take the outside and you're side by side by the car, you get the best line into that tight, into turn 4, into that tight bank corner. The only thing Bergen did wrong is he caught the inside curb. If he hadn't have done that, he would have got the acceleration out, just like Kaiser Soze has there.
Fantastic
it's
move.
A place gained.
Wow, what a move from Kaiser Soze. Very composed, very well controlled. Kellogg's did nothing wrong. Kaiser Soze was just brilliant. Oh, Jordan Byrne's gone wide on the exit. He's lost 2 positions. Is Connor going to get him as well now? Connor knows best. He's not gone for a lunge there, but Jordan Byrne's gone deep. The pressure of Connor and the Ferrari has sent him deep. Will Connor get the switch back out of the long left hander? I believe it's turn 10 or turn 8. Yeah. I'm not sure. I lose track of how many corners there are here. They all seem to be one long corner. And Connor's got round him and up the inside of the chicane. Lovely move from Connor. I was going to say, watched our demo video, but he was very much part of it. Yeah. Purple sector now all over the back of Jordan Byrne. Sorry, Rob, I interrupted you there.
No, that's what I was just going to say. Jordan's lap there is a really good example of what happens in this track. If you get off the racing line and you've got all these Hornets buzzing behind you trying to get past, you're a sitting duck. The only thing you've got to do is keep on the racing line, keep your car on the apex, and it's so hard to pass around here. And I think that just proved how punishing this track can be, as well as how rewarding it can be for those chasing.
Indeed. Speaking of Hornets, as you mentioned it, the baby Hornet is 2.1 seconds clear of Simba at the front. Simba and Bergen all do need to pit still. They will need to pit again. Batmazo, again, Wills and P5 will have to pit. He's had a fantastic race in the Williams. A beautiful Williams. They will all have to pit again, as will Confetti Craig. So the top 5 will have to pit again. Gavin P6 does not have to pit again, but let's change the interval just to say gap to the leader. Gav is currently 10 seconds off the lead, so the lead will come out roughly 10 seconds behind him. Probably could find 10 seconds on him. He needs to not getting too much of a fight with Hugo Braun, who's behind him. On for the helicopter cam here for the final sector. I like that. On this game, they've brought the helicopter cams in, and it's fantastic.
It's really nice, isn't it? Yeah, it gives you a really good view of that sandbank and that bank corner. It's an incredible track.
It is. So, Baby Hornet takes a different line to what I would take at the Banks turn 3. Confetti Craig, by the way, has just got past someone. Simba's pitted. I was going to say, Simba's dropped a few positions, but he's actually pitted, so Simba's gone for the medium. He's going to the end from here. He's trying to get the undercut on Baby Hornet. We've got a yellow flag. Oh no, RS10 is out. Dak Invertible, it looks like he's had a collision with him. Not sure what's happened, but I'm sure we'll hear about it later in stewarding. There's no safety car, it's just a virtual at the moment. So, to save the last scrums of my trivia, running out of it. Boothy's pissing for a new set of tyres. He's going for he's got a hard on, which, that's one way of going about your evening. Baby Hornet right now, this VSC gives him an opportunity to pit and lose very little time depending on when it ends. If you get to the pit entry and you're on a set of hards right now and fancy a medium, this is the time to pit. Baby Hornet is listening, he knows, as is Bergen. Confetti Craig, if you've got a set of mediums available, or a set of hards available, he doesn't, because he's continued, as does Batmazer. I'd have thought Batmazer would have pitted.
Yeah,
Night Shadow is pissing. Oh, VSC's just ended. Oh no. Gav should have continued.
Yeah. I was about to say, if you're Simba, you're slamming the steering wheel, because he'll have lost out big time to those hard runners who decided to pit under the safety car. And let's see where Baby Hornet comes out in relation to Simba. Yeah, he's
long way ahead.
Yeah.
Although, Baby Hornet's on the soft. He's got to go 14 laps on a set of softs. And I don't know about you, mate, but I'm a bit worried here because I found that the mediums only went 16, 17 laps tops. He's got to go 14 on a soft.
Either he's got super low tyre pressures or he's happy just driving on ice, because those things by the end are going to be interesting. I think we're in for an interesting race as it comes to its conclusion.
If he can make the tyres last, so we're going to keep the tyre delta on there and just the gap to the lead for the time being, if he can make the tyres last, then he frankly deserves whatever points and position he gets. But he is under attack. Sorry, no, he's attacking, I should say, Connor in the Ferrari. And Jordan Burns in for the mix too, and we've also got single track on his recovery back through the field after that first lap incident. He's had a very good recovery as Martin. He has got to pit still. Almost certainly for another set. He won't get these hard to the end. We've gone on his car 21 laps. But he doesn't stop him making a move on Jordan Burns for P8. Simple DRS pass. Lovely stuff. Ooh, so close to contact with Connor. He has to get out of the throttle. And that's allowed Jordan Burns to come back at him around the outside. Oh, it was collision. Jordan Burns is round. Single track's collided with him. Not sure exactly how the cars moved across track there. I'm sure we'll hear about that later in stewarding. But for now, Bergen all over the back of single track. Bergen on mediums, having pitted. These two were fighting for the safety car. They are now on track together. And, we've got a car round.
He's back Esmo, he's had a spin.
Oh, the Williams man was having a fantastic race, and unfortunately he's gone round. No safety car, so we continue at racing. Connor looking at the back of this Bergen Martin fight. He wants a piece of this. But Bergen's got crazy drive on these new tyres out of the left-hander, onto the DRS straight. He just needs to bide his time, wait for the main straight, take him with DRS, and then use that middle sector to pull away. That's what Bergen needs to do. Be patient and wait. The time will come. Martin is vulnerable here. As good as Martin can be, his tyres are gone. He has got nothing to fight with. Bergen's brand new mediums are going to be doing him lovely right now. DRS wide open, all of El Falapio. ERS deployed. Bergen goes for a move on the outside, but Martin has got straight line speed of the gods and hangs on. Bergen tries to do the move that Alonso tried, that Perez tried, and doesn't get it done. By Nightshire also went for the softs to go to the end on. I think that's a bit of a bold one, but he's just at the fastest lap, so he's not tyre conserving. He's going for it. Bergen, is he going to make a move?
It's too risky. I wouldn't.
I made 3 moves onto this corner on Monday, and around the outside and at the inside, and I can tell you it's doable, but you need to have complete faith, trust and reliance on the other driver to do the right thing and leave you at least a bit of room. You also need to make sure none of you make a mistake. Bergen catches a bit of grass on the entrance to the left-hander, which sends him deep into the corner, and Martin gets to live to fight another day. Bergen's low on ERS, as is Martin. At this point, Martin, who's setting personal best sectors there, has got Bergen on so much newer tyres all over him. Neither of them need this fight, but Martin needs clean racing to preserve his tyres, hope for a late safety car. And Bergen, he needs to get past Martin if he wants to, on track at least, take a good position to finish the race. Martin does a dummy for a pit lane. Martin really needs to think about pitting.
Is he going to the end on these hards? I wouldn't put it past him for one last hurrah. 5th place, he's got track position, and he's proved now that he can keep a car on fresh mediums behind him for what, 1-2 laps? He's an absolute masterclass in showing, absolute masterclass in showing how you can just positioning in your car around this place. If you can just keep it clean, then track position means everything around here. So I would put it past him to go to the end.
If he does, then you know what, fair dues to him. That would be an incredible performance. Bergen clearly having great performance around this track. But Martin's straight line speed looks to be very good, and his cornering speed, as you just said there, his tyres are very worn and he's performing fantastically in the corners as Bergen just cannot get past. He is closer this time. The DRS on Bergen's Mercedes wide open. He can't get a lunge zone. Martin's positioned himself perfectly. Bergen will need to make a move into turn 1. Further up track, Baby Hornets back up to P3 on those soft tyres. Confetti Craig, I do believe, will in the next 10 laps will have to pit again. Kaiser Soze, mind you, I believe is now our de facto race leader, but has got penalties. But focus for the moment we shall on this fight. Single track, and Hugo Braun looking like used to maybe fight to the end on these hard tyres. If they both do, they will pick up fantastic results. Berger needs to do something about that, and pretty fast. Ooh, purple sector started so well today, it's just gone a little bit wrong for me to pick up a pit lane speeding penalty.
That is not the place to try and do a purple sector in the pit lane. I think that's your mistake there.
Craig, mate, I appreciate that you've ticked sectors 1, 2, 3 and briefly a fastest lap and briefly a provisional pole lap, but the pit lane is not somewhere, as you said, that's not the place. But you know what? Fair dues for trying. I like it. He's going for a set of softs. Can purple sector get himself a cheeky fastest lap? Right, Simba, Rob Smith and Connor are having a little mini fight of their own for 7th, 8th and 9th. Simba on the new tyres, the guys ahead on older tyres. Connor notably very old hards. This bit of DRS train we saw on Monday in both races, that DRS trains are really, really difficult places to get out of. Once you're in one, it's so hard to fight. So we've got the overhead shot here again, lovely. Sorry, you were saying, Rob?
Sorry, I was just going to say it depends on how skinny that person in front their setup is. Because if you've got a good setup around here that's good down the straights, you're just away. Even if the person's got DRS and ERS, and I think we can see that from Connor at the moment. Six lap older tyres on him, still able to keep that gap. So Rob Smith's going to have to come up with something special to get past him in the middle part of the lap.
I'm going to take some credit here and say that Connor's running a setup that I helped him develop. Oh, Simmer's made a move on Rob Smith! Into the hairpin, we just caught that from the back of Connor. Ooh, by the way, I clicked the wrong way to look at the wrong fight and accidentally caught Bergen all over Martin like a tramp on chips. And yeah, Connor, I was helping Connor with some setup on Thursday and Friday, and I can tell you now, Connor's got a good setup. Someone gave him a very good setup, I can't say much about it, but Bergen's going around the outside of Martin. Can he make it stick? You know what, they're still side by side, he's made it stick, Martin squeezes him. And it's the right thing to do, but Bergen is on the inside. And but still side by side. Martin, fantastic positioning. Bergen will be furious. He's round!
Oh no!
Bergen, no! Oh, Bergie.
Got in his head, I think. It was that was a superb, clean racing, side by side. Nothing wrong by any driver, in my opinion.
Bergie.
Yeah, just too keen on the accelerator there.
I dubbed him the Spinny Willy Boy, and he made a point that he's spun at every single race he's participated in this season in Tier 1, or at least once a weekend, or once a week he spins in our competitive races. That trend has just continued. Kyle, I know you had a lovely holiday, but that was not how you wanted to celebrate it. Just ahead of him now, the two AlphaTauris are fighting on track together. Simba just got past Rob Smith into turn 3. Wow, we just caught that. That was... I've only seen that Rob Smith had a moment. Night Shadow is next. The two AlphaTauris are fighting through the field. Just Phil, Baby Hornet's not making the inroads on Soze or Confetti Craig that he once was. I fear the soft tire might have just burnt out. He's got the car round.
It's a Red Bull, isn't it?
It's Kellogg's!
It's a shame.
Donkey will be looking at Shrek and hang his head in shame. It's not quite worked. I was going to mention nicely about Kellogg's, but he rather fished for some nice comments, so I'm going to refrain what I was actually going to say about him. I was going to say he did a Tier 2 and a Tier 1 race this week, and as much as he's out of practice a bit and low on confidence, he did do a rather good job and made a good go of it, so I was going to give him some fair dues. But because you went fishing for the attention, Kellogg's, I'm just going to say you're here, well done for taking part. There's your participation medal. Okay. And I would have said nice things otherwise. Importantly, at the front, we've got some pitting drivers. So, Hugo has finally pitted. No, Hugo's not pitted. Sorry, I'm lying. I'm talking rubbish.
Kaiser Soze.
Soze, I meant, has pitted his brand new softs on that Aston Martin. Craigo has been released to lead the race. I bigged him up so much this race. He's now in P1. Can he go 7 more laps? That was a bit of a corner cut, Craig.
I was about to say, Craig he's been out in front from Kaiser Soze all the time, and he's been on the older medium tyres, and that gap was still getting bigger. It was going 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds, so I don't think he's coming into pit. If I were him, and as long as I can keep the car on track, I'd stay out, and the win's yours.
I'd pit if there's a safety car, because he's got the gap, but otherwise, I agree, stay out. Baby Hornet, you've got to commit to this soft tyre run now. You've not got the delta to pit, so you've got to stick with it, and I think you could be in some trouble. Hugo Braun, admittedly on very old hards behind him, isn't gaining on him at the moment. But the one thing that Baby Hornet's got an advantage here is Simba, the man who could do him some trouble in P5, is 10 seconds, just over 10 seconds, 14 seconds behind them. He's on lovely tyres. However, he's got 2 cars on very old hards behind him. So, as it stands, Baby Hornet could get a podium based on the fact that there's no one to actually challenge him.
Yeah, I think where the real battle is at the moment, you've got Night Shadow, Bergen, Connor. Night Shadow just sent it down the inside of turn 1, take Connor. Bergen took advantage as well, and now you've got an almighty tussle. Bergen will be out for revenge. He'll be looking to make sure that he can try and get past and get back to single track to see if he can make up time.
We've got a full safety car.
Full safety car.
I'm not sure why, but we have a safety car. So, my question now is, Confetti Craig going to pit? He's on the final corner now. Confetti Craig, surely he's going to pit. He does pit. That's the right call. He can get a pit stop done and come out just behind Hornet, or just ahead of him. Hornet, you, my friend, please pit. I beg, Hornet, you pit. I beg. He's pitting. Hugo Braun, surely Hugo Braun and single track are going to pit as well. Baby Hornet, no, he's got a 5-second penalty. Oh, Simon. The opportunity to win was there. Oh, I think Confetti Craig's got this, surely. Dearie me. Hugo Braun pits, single track pits. Simba has taken track position and continues. Everyone else has pitted. Single track is, actually I lie, Dak and Vertical has continued as well. They are the only 2. Oh no, I lie, Dak and Vertical has pitted, it was just a bit of a glitch on the time screen. Simba is the only man to have not pitted, and he comes out in second.
To be fair, that was the one that made the most sense to me to stay out. He's got no time penalties. His mediums are, we know they're very much in the window. Okay, they definitely go 16 laps, so he hasn't got too many major problems. And we've seen people like Martin defend from people on very, very new tyres behind. Now, of course, he's going to be at disadvantage at the start, but what are we on? Lap 32 of 36? How long's the safety car going to stay out? At least another lap or 2?
One more lap, definitely, maybe 2.
3-lap dash at the finish. Anything can happen. People behind on penalties. Just keep it clean, and you might win the chance for the podium.
Yeah, so, the exception of Rob Smith and Simba, everyone's on the softs. Kellogg's, Purple Sector's pitting now, but Kellogg's, Simba, and Rob Smith are on old tyres. Everyone else is on as good as new tyres. Penalty-wise, as you touched on there are quite a lot of clean drivers today. Bat Mazer, the only person with a track limit penalty today. Kellogg's, Dak Convertible, Kaiser Soze and Baby Hornet all with 5 seconds each. That could really throw the final standings into the mix. Okay, so Simba was your prediction to win this race. He's currently P2 on old tyres, but as you say, penalty free, and you know what, he has got good pace on the mediums. Anything could happen from here. My prediction of Boothie, currently P14, so my comments in qualifying that I am all knowing and all predicting is quite clearly wrong, utter nonsense, and whatever you do, don't listen to me. I just clearly got lucky. So just a quick run through of the order. Confetti Craig, aka Craigo, P1. The Lion King, P2. Lovely baby Simon Hornet, the Leeds fan, is P3 with his beautiful helmet. P4, Hugo Rosbraun, the Polish Prince. P5, Kaiser Soze. P6, Martin Andorra Track. P7, Banshee Plane Spotting. P8, Kyle Bergen. P9, Connor, who will certainly be called Sir Spins a lot if he spins at any time between now and the end of the race, instead of Sir Mix a lot, Sir Spins a lot. P10, Shrek Donkey, Snap Crackle and Pop. P11, Sambao. P12, Dak and Vertical, the leader of the Rotherham fight, although I have to say, P12 and P13 for the Rotherham duo, that's not quite the fight we were expecting, considering they're both at the front end of the grid. They're fighting over, frankly, nowhere. It's not quite worked for the Rotherham duo.
They wanted to be the Princes of Rotherham, but they've ended up as the Chuckle Brothers.
That's an insult to Barry. Hold on a minute! Dak Convertible, clearly he's listening to the stream, he's laughing at us, and he's just given up position. Dak Convertible, what are you doing? No. Anyway, Rob Smith is just ahead of him, so Dak Convertible, pardon me, now P14. Jordan Byrne, P15. Bat Mazer 16, and Purple Sector the hero of the day after what he did in qualifying, P17. Right, have a quick look at YouTube chat. Oh, I'm very sorry everyone, I've done something awful today. I forgot Matthew Sullivan, aka Gecky Matthews, is one of the Dutch contingent, and I forgot him. I'm sorry, Geke. He's my usual partner in Tier 3 comms, and I'm very sorry, Geke. I'm sorry, please love me. I'm in trouble.
I'm sure he will.
Oh, I hope he does. This safety car, sure, he's got to come in this lap. Back Mazo's back in the pits. He's got no front wing. He's lost it somewhere.
Yeah, I really hope the safety car, doesn't keep going like Tier 2, because it would be such a shame. We've had such a good race up to this point. You don't want to see a race decided under safety car conditions.
Indeed. So we're going to get 2 laps of racing, presuming everything goes to plan. Although with my predictions today, we're going to get 1 lap or no laps of racing after what I predicted today. Confetti Craig, P1 on brand new tyres. Surely Craig, as long as he gets a clean restart and doesn't make any errors, he's surely got this in the bag. Simba will be hoping to capitalise if he does have an issue. Baby Hornet, if it wasn't for that 5 seconds, the same for Kaiser Soze, you'd think that a podium was an opportunity for both of those guys, but with 2 laps of racing and everyone on very similar tyres, I can't see there being much to separate pace-wise through the grid, so they're surely going to be in a bit of trouble. Single track, great recovery from his first lap spin, and Night Shadow after dropping it from the lead, from the lead, back in P7, he'll be happy with the recovery. Safety car is in this lap. Confetti Craig, when is the Ferrari man going to go? Let's watch his rear end, look at his good old flaps, and see what the Lion King makes of it. He's not waiting around here, he's going at some pace here, so he's keeping the warmth on his tyres, he clearly isn't messing around. And he's gone, here we go. Simba's been dropped. And I tell you what, Baby Hornet's been passed by Hero Braun, but that was too early. Hero Braun went too early and he's actually had to give the position back. We've got the Aston Martin side by side in turn 1. Ooh, Kaiser Soze ahead of single track. We've got a yellow flag at the back end. Dakenverse, what Boothie! Of all people, is the Rotherham duo again. They need to be called the Chuckle Brothers after today. Your naming for them will live on. That needs to stay. Hugo Braun under huge pressure from Kaiser Soze. He needs to put pressure on Hornet, not receive it from the Aston Martin duo. Baby Hornet will be loving this going on behind him. The more they fight, the more he can potentially pull out some time. Currently, he will not finish in the points, but he needs to fly. Simba just ahead of him on the mediums, doing very well, but ultimately cannot keep up with our race leader, Confetti Craig, who is flying. We've got another yellow flag. Boothie's round. Oh, does that conclude the question? Who is the leader of the Rotherham duo? Dakenvertible just needs to finish now. We've got Jordan Byrne and Pat Mazo. There's been collision between the two Williams again. Jordan Byrne's got no front wing, and he's still colliding with Beck Mazo. It's purple sector and Beck Mazo side by side. Oh my word, what is going on? Oh no, purple sector's gone wide. And Dakenverse was looking at the back of this thing and what on earth is going on? Jordan Byrne with no front wing is going to go to the end. But Dakenverse will make a move on purple sector. Oh, side by side set 1. Dakenverse was at the inside. And oh no, Jordan Byrne's off track. We're going to have to switch back to the front because Confetti Craig in the first sector was flying. Simba's still P2. Hugo Braun has got past Baby Hornet. We've missed it because we're looking at Williams. I can't help but look at Williams. I'm sorry, everyone. Baby Hornet down to P4. Not good for him. The Aston Martin single tracks ahead of Kaiser Soze. Can he get past Baby Hornet? Connor P7 has got ahead of Bergen. Samuel P9 and Kellogg's P10 with Rob Smith all over the back of him. So we're going to cut to the front as Confetti Craig starts the final sector. Simba just ahead of Hero Braun all over him, making the move into the chicane. Hero Braun on the inside, Simba just kept on track, they're still side by side. We need to switch to Confetti Craig, but we can't because Hero Braun and Simba are side by side. And Hero Braun backs out of it. That was a wise move. We're going to switch to Confetti Craig, but we're going to have to come back to Hugo afterwards. Confetti Craig wins, but as you can see in the background, Simba and Hugo are side by side, and the Hornet's in there too. Wow. And as they go to turn 1, they're all 3 abreast. What a fantastic race to the line.
1/100th of a second between second and third.
Oh, technically second, third and fourth, which then became second, third and eighth. Baby Hornet, because of that push, managed to get P8. He'll actually jump 2 positions back to P6 because of Bergen and single track's penalties. So, what an end! Oh my, I don't know about you, but I need a minute. I need a minute.
That was
Wow!
the rubbing is racing for Braun and Simba on that last one. That was absolutely fascinating. Great race, everyone.
Hey, fairness to them both, I think at that point you'd be willing to trade a bit of bodywork, a bit of rubber, and frankly some bodily fluids if it meant that you could just nip the win there. You'd exchange anything, wouldn't you?
I know I would. Yes, I think I had something similar with Fanning last night. But I see them on the podium now. That was an excellent win for Confetti Craig. I think he controlled it. He got out in front and just kept the pace. I think he would have won it, safety car or not.
Indeed, I have to say, Confetti Craig, I bigged him up a fair few times in the race. That was a fantastic performance from him. He managed that brilliantly. He did get a bit lucky with the last safety car because ultimately the tyres, we saw punctures on Monday in both tiers from people running tyres too long. So who knows what would have happened, but the safety car came for him and it worked. What a result. So, quick rundown of results here. Confetti Craig, your race winner, the German Maestro in the Ferrari, emulating possibly his hero and saviour, the Ferrari racer in Tier 1. Simba, P2. Hugo Braun, P3. Another podium for the reserve driver. Single track on his final outing in MRC for the time being, P4 from 20th in the grid. He will drop to P9 after his position correction from his tier above situation. Connor, P5, will jump up to P4. Great recovery after his early spin. Sam Mowitt's home race, P6. Bergen, P7, will drop out the points for his penalties. B8 for Baby Hornet, he'll jump up to P6. Soze finishes 9th on the track, with Rob Smith 10th, rounding up the points. Dak Convertible, Night Shadow, Bat Mazo, Kellogg's, Jordan Byrne, Purple Sector, Boothie, Rotterdam, Jensky, and Smith round up our field today. And fastest lap of the race, 13.5 from Night Shadow. Wowza, who was your driver of the day today, Rob?
Oh, it's tough. We saw a lot of really good performances actually up and down the field. I think Confetti Craig. I know it's boring, race winner, but he really impressed me throughout the time. So congratulations on the win, and hope to see more from you in the league pretty soon.
I agree that 2 reserve drivers on the podium today in Craig and Hewitt Braun definitely needs to be commended. Single track coming 20th on the grid to P4 prior to any obviously track penalties which applied. Ignoring that aside, that's an incredible progression through the field. Connor, after his early spin to the back to get points, was fantastic. I like you. I'm going with Confetti Craig though. It was a very good performance, a very mature drive from him, and I hope to see him in a permanent seat soon. Just a quick reminder, just a quick one here. We have got another race in approximately 22 minutes. Tier 4 action. You will be joined by Connor and Baby Hornet, who was in the Alfa Romeo today. They will be your commentary team for Tier 4, which is again Netherlands. And then we have an exciting special event on Friday, 7:30 p.m. We are doing Formula 2 races for MRC X. Formula 2 race cars around this lovely track. A mixture of drivers from all 4 of our tiers, including reserves. It's definitely going to be something special and not one to miss. Thank you, Rob, for joining me. As always, I enjoy your presence and you're a very lovely guy to be around. That sounds a little bit too lovey-dovey for me, so cheers, mate.
That's all right. I love you too. I think we can say that. We can say that on stream.
Yes, we can. Oh, that's all right then. I don't feel so bad now. The awkwardness is gone. Maybe we can go for a drink sometime. But thank you for everyone who's joined in the YouTube chats and for watching. Remember to ding the bell, subscribe to us, and watch us whenever we're on. We have lots of exciting content all the time. And if you want to become part of our Discord, give us a message. We'll let you race with us potentially. But for now, enjoy your weeks and take care. Goodbye, everybody.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Bye.